Hello, everyone. I'm Matthew Lee,
And I'm Corbin.
and today, welcome to episode 4. Yes, episode 4 of Runaways of the Future. When we last left off, uh, two one of our heroes had reawoken from their 9 months long coma, and we had entered a new year. It is now 2133. They encountered a new friend. Her name is Liv, as they learned, and it is a new day. So let's kick right off. Go ahead, Ventis.
All right. So I just woke up in Liv's room
Yes.
under normal circumstances. Let's. So I'm gonna step outside. Natasha's still asleep. Oh well. I step out. I'm in the living room.
You're in the living room. The little setup on the couch that was there for. Oops, my brain blanked. That was there for Liv. It looks a little disheveled, but she's not there anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna step outside and see what I can see.
Outside the apartment.
Yes.
When you head back out from the apartment, you find that it's kind of like a new day. It's not what you had seen before, where the streets were empty and the only thing there was the giant zombies. It seems to be busy with life. Lots of people walking around, lots of cars going by, places to be, things to see, type of feeling.
All right. Sounds good. I'm gonna take a nice stroll. Obviously not walking on the ground stroll. But a nice little floaty stroll.
Nice little floaty stroll. Cool. You float around. You pass the normal thing: people walking, dogs, some bicyclists, joggers.
Any shops? Anything that would happen to have, I don't know, some fun arrows.
The area that you're in seems to be more akin to the regular person, more of the coffee shops and food places.
Seattle and their coffee.
Seattle and their coffee. As well as a few like kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? More of those like out there places, like a yoga shop, things like that. Because of the community area that you're currently in.
All right, so I'm assuming we're in kind of a suburb-ish area,
Yes.
and obviously with the skyscrapers and stuff, I could see which direction downtown is.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go up a bit and start heading in that direction.
Okay. Takes you a little bit to get there, but you eventually arrive.
I'm gonna sit down. Well, not fully down, of course. Not Ventis.
Not Ventis. How pale is Ventis? Is Ventis pale?
A little,
Just a little. Okay.
not like drow pale, but pale.
Okay. Just wondering. As you sit down, you take in a new form of sight. It seems to be a few more of the of a.
Wait, no, Ventis is gray. I'm sorry. I was wondering. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Did you not write gray there?
It is written. I'm just dumb.
Nice. You take in more of the business-esque sights of the area, more of the, accountants and bankers type thing. But perception.
It's over a 20. It's gonna be a 11 plus 12 plus 5 is a lot.
28.
Yes, 28.
Yes, okay. But you do notice that like a few of the people as they go by kind of go around you. Not enough to make a disturbance, but enough that you can tell they're kind of avoiding you.
Interesting. Can I see why they're avoiding me? Or?
You also notice that this portion of area seems to be more filled with your usual variety of races. A few more elves make an appearance within the crowd, and some. What is the word I'm looking for? Apologies.
dwarves.
Thank you. And some dwarves, but that seems to be it on the realms of diversity.
So nothing quite as interesting as me.
Yes.
Of course, that's how Ventus likes to be. Alright, I'm gonna keep moseying until I see something fun.
Alright. Perception. It's even higher.
Even
Okay.
higher.
As you mosey your way down the street, you see an absolutely gorgeous woman walking along on the other side.
How gorgeous. Describe her.
Okay, this is not a question I was expecting. Let's see if I can pull another comparison in my head, kind of like Bob Duncan, Josh Greaves. Johansson, Scarlett.
Interesting. I whistle and I say, "Hey baby, you should try to smile sometime."
Wow. A few of the people walking on the side of the street that you were on kind of give you looks. They're not on board for what you've just catcalled from across the way. And the person kind of looks at you. They turn their head and gives you a look that doesn't fully say, "Wow, you're disgusting," but also does not buy into the words that just fell from your mouth either.
Alright. To show off a bit, I float over the crowd, over to her, and gently, set down, but not, actually set down, like a Ventus set down, where I'm always, a foot above the ground. A foot, an inch.
Okay. This will be another perception.
What am I perceiving? 27.
Thank you. Oh, good. That's what I needed. As you float across and then land down what should be in front of her, you realize that she's all of a sudden not there.
Okay.
Yep. So now you're just within a crowd of people on the other side of the street.
Well, I guess I'm gonna fly up a bit, see if I can spot her. I don't know.
Do you have one of the tablets by chance?
I do.
You do. Buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz. That's what the tablet does in your pocket.
I'm gonna pick it up.
You pick it up and hold it to your ear, and then when you realize there are no words coming out of it, you see that it was a text.
Alright.
In it is a message from Vitosh, who is now awake back in the apartment, letting you know that he's going to be doing some research into this contagion that is going through Seattle, Washington.
I send a message back. K. Period. Found a hot lady. Period. Be back eventually. Send. I feel like that's the kind of... that's how Ventus would text.
You get a response to that. That is the first. It's two messages. The first one is just ... and the second one says, "Of course."
So I'm gonna float up a bit. Do I see anything?
You do not.
Okay.
Yes.
And whatever. I step back down and get back to moseying.
Cool. Mosey, what is... Oh, it's the Velcro thing.
Mosey.
I was like, what is that noise?
Sorry, that's me playing with it.
You're fine.
Is it coming up on the thing?
Probably, but it'll be okay.
Okay.
As you continue your mosey, you find yourself back in that area of town you were in before with the police department.
I'm a go off in a different direction. Not the one that had the dragon on it.
Okay.
So what? I came from one way. Can't go this way. Police station's right here. So I guess this way.
Cool. As you head through this new portion that you have not explored before, you come across a few buildings. One of them seems to have been a ye old McDonald's, but it appears to be kind of boarded up and closed, probably because corporate did not want the business to have to turn to whatever they would need to feed those citizens in Seattle.
Okay.
And you also find a pawn shop, but its sign on the door says closed until sometime.
I'm gonna knock.
No response.
I knock a little harder.
Perception.
29.
You kind of see a part of a shadow move through the store.
Interesting. Very interesting. Is a standard lock on this door?
Yes.
Like a lock that we would have now?
Yes, like a lock we would have now.
I'm gonna set my new hand on it. Have you ever seen the inside of a lock?
Yes, I have. I know what
And try to
is
blow the
needed
things up.
Give me just a regular D20 roll. Yeah.
Open at it. 11.
Well.
Oh, I have a lock picking kit. I'm stupid. And I have proficiency with that. How do I use that? I've never used that before.
It would have also been a D20 roll for that one, for the lock picking kit.
But that one I can add proficiency to.
Yes. It would most likely be in the vein of the sleight
Oh,
of
yeah,
hand or
that's a
dex
24.
check. Oh, wow. So are you using the hand or the kit?
The kit.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully pick the lock in broad daylight.
I open the door and I say, "Hey, is anyone home?"
No response.
Look, I know there's someone in here. Now, where are you? I'm looking to buy some stuff. I've got plenty of money.
The store is closed.
There's got to be something that's for sale. There's always something that's for sale.
Not here. And you watch emerge from kind of within the shadows of the building. Another extremely handsome person. But this one is a man.
All right, fine. Sorry, sir. I'll let you get on with your day. And as I walk out, I lock the door behind me. Like a good person.
He watches you leave from within the store, and then he kind of goes back into his shadowy area.
All right, fine. Gonna keep walking, slightly sadder this time. Also, I just realized that I did that right in front of the police station.
Yes.
Oh well. I'm gonna keep moseying.
Can you do me a quick favor?
I can. I'm scared to, but I can.
Wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
All right, never mind.
I've never said nat 20 so depressed before.
Yeah, that was very sad. But that's okay. Yep, so you're back on the street.
I am back on the street. Can I know what I was saving against?
No.
Okay.
No, you can't. As you step back out, you kind of notice out of the corner of your eye, across the street again, is another shop. It looks to be one of the many chains of the New Age weapons company, the Gnaw.
All right, I'm gonna float myself over and see what I can see.
Cool. You enter, and inside it seems to be a dwarf running this branch of the operation.
A dwarf.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to Mr. Dwarf and say, "Hey, man, how's it hanging, bro?"
He steps up on his stool so that he is above his counter and looks at you and says, "What can I do for you, sir?"
Looking for some arrows. Got anything? But not standard arrows. Something a little bit more fun.
I think I know what you're talking about. He steps off his stool and starts to make his way into a back room. And you kind of hear him rummaging around, a lot of the sounds of what seems to be a ladder kind of moseying around back there as he goes from area to area. And he comes out with a type of arrow, and it seems to look like a regular arrow, except for at the head of it, where there would be an arrowhead, it seems to have been fashioned into the shape of a heart, like the stereotypical image of a heart, not an actual heart.
Interesting. Sir, what does it do?
This is the Cupid's Lust arrow.
Lust, huh?
Mm-hmm. Don't let the name confuse you. Sorry. It's like, you hit the two people with this arrow, and it switches their minds.
Two people with one arrow?
2 arrows.
2 arrows. Interesting. Switches their minds.
Mm-hmm. For 24 hours.
Huh. Odd, but interesting. I'll take it. How many you got?
There's about 4 in the back. They went out of commission a while ago.
Well, then I'd be glad to take them. How much?
Taking all 4?
All 4.
That'll be 2 gold pieces.
2 gold pieces. That's a steal. Thank you very much, sir.
Mm-hmm. Still upset about the pricing we set so long ago.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else you'll be needing?
Got anything else?
Let me check. He goes in the back. Which one do you currently have, Corbin?
Boxing glove, vampire, grappling hook, glass breaking, compass, sentient, cannon, arrow of delay, suction cup arrow, and a Cupid's Lust.
Sorry, repeat those to me.
Boxing glove, vampire, grappling hook, glass breaking, compass, sentient, cannon, delay, suction cup, and Cupid's Lust.
Okay. That is good to know.
Good.
He eventually makes his way back out to you. And the arrow that he presents, well, to your eyes, it's almost hard to focus on it. It's almost as though it's been blurred.
Tell me about this one.
You see, you hit someone with this arrow, and it blurs their vision.
Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. How much and how many you got?
These were on a special order a few years ago. I've got about 6 in the back.
I'll take them all.
That'll be 3 gold pieces.
3. Sounds good. Here you go.
Thank you. else?
I think that'll be all for today.
Aye. You be safe buying all these arrows.
Always. You said 6?
Yes.
Cool. Have a nice day, sir. And with that, I'm out.
Perception.
27.
27?
28, sorry.
28. The pretty woman walks past you.
Alright,
Thank you. Thank you for that visual aid only I got to see for you following her.
she
Did you step in front of her? Did you speak to her?
right next to her.
You were right next to her. Okay.
I say, hey, beautiful.
Hello?
Well, what's a fine woman like you doing in a town like this?
I live here.
Well, that's a shame.
She kind of gives you this look as though what you just said may not have been the nicest thing to say.
You ever been anywhere else? Or you been in Seattle your whole life?
Mainly Seattle. I don't... Why are you asking me these questions?
Just wondering. That was wondering, not wandering.
Wondering. Okay. I fully heard you say wandering.
It's because I said wandering. Because for some reason, I thought too much about the O in there and it came out as wandering.
Fun. Well, you might want to be careful about the people that you talk to here.
How so?
Some of them don't take as kindly to strangers trying to converse with them.
Well, maybe that's just Seattle. Now, can I ask how you disappeared earlier?
No,
Mighty fine trick.
don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you were there and then you weren't.
Maybe you had the wrong person.
The wrong person. You were standing on the street corner.
I've been walking around for a bit, but I don't fully know what you're talking about.
So you've never seen me in your life.
No.
Interesting. And you don't have any twin sisters that just happen to be as equally beautiful?
Just my brother, who should have been home. He was closing up shop.
Closing up shop. I think I might have met him. We had a good chat.
Oh. What about?
The closing of the shop.
Yeah, he's been a little more fearful of the whole zombie thing.
Fair.
Ever since he was a kid.
But it's been a couple of years. Why now?
Just family reasons.
Family reasons. What kind of family reasons?
It doesn't matter.
Fair. Alright. Well, you ever need anything beautiful, just find me. And I mean, anything. With a little wink.
She just kind of looks at you and says, "You have a good day."
Thanks, sweetheart. You too.
And she starts to walk away. She, in fact, starts to head off in the direction of the...
Pawn shop?
Yes, thank you.
That's the word.
That is the word that I was looking for. That is correct.
Alright, well.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
I might...
What?
I'm gonna open it like a text this time.
Okay, good.
And hope that it isn't a call.
It's a text.
Okay. What do I see?
You now see that a new message is coming from a number that you don't already have in the tablet, but deciphering what it says leads you to think that it may have been from Liv. Hey, just words. I forgot my own words. Called in for a case and It's something even I haven't seen before. Thought maybe your expertise on things outside of Seattle might be able to add up for it. Here's the address, and she sends you the address for the morgue.
Hey, Sir Google. Oh, sorry. Okay, Sir Google.
Hello.
Please take me to insert address here.
Here are your directions, and a little arrow pops up out of the screen, and points in the directions you need to go.
All right, I'll fly that way.
Cool. Takes you through a few side streets. I forget how fast you fly, which is why your movement is so quick in this game. A couple of side streets, and you perception. Okay. And as you go by, you kind of take in the different sights, the different things. You notice that Seattle is somehow running almost normally. You see people out in the park having fun. Restaurants are still open for business, more than you would have thought that for a place containing both magical creatures, humans, and people infected with a zombie virus.
Interesting. Okay.
Eventually, you do make it to the morgue, and find that connected above it, you find that the morgue is a 2-story place. One level is the morgue, but another part of it contains a few set of officers, just to help out in the building and be in that area that they're in.
All right, I'm gonna walk through the front doors.
Cool. When you walk through the front doors, I'm on the wrong page. Sorry, my own information got confused. When you walk through the front doors, you are immediately greeted by the first desk in line with the door. Seems to be the desk belonging to Officer Greaves. He is not there, but you are stopped by a receptionist.
Hi, I'm looking to find Liv.
Down the stairs.
Thank you. Ma'am? Sir? I walk down the stairs. I float down the stairs.
You float down the stairs. Well, there's no sound, of course. You're floating. When you get down there, you take in the sight of the morgue. It's a very clean place. You can see that there is one gurney type of metal gurney with a body on it that appears to be more covered up. And you see 2 people off in the side room. You can see the white hair that is Liv, but she seems to be talking to another person.
You called?
They both kind of jump slightly at the unexpected arrival that they couldn't hear coming because you floated.
I like giving him a little surprise.
Oh yes. Sorry, I had to write a thing. Liv comes through the door. Hold on. Hey, didn't hear you come in. Yeah, so, and she starts to walk over towards the one covered body. I kind of wanted you to take a look at this because it's something even I haven't seen before. And she, unfolds the covering over the person. You're still standing at the entrance, so you can't really see from there.
I'll walk closer. Well, hover closer.
You also, as you're moving forward, see the other person come out of the room and kind of just look at you. They seem to be sipping from a cup of coffee. Their hair, and you take in some of their features, beard, and their hair is for the most part a a black, but there is one singular streak of white in one area of it.
Is this your friend? This your friend?
Yeah, he's a work friend. His name's Tanner.
Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
Quite the name.
And then she looks down at the body and says, "And this is Leah. Body was found about an hour ago. And lots of questions to go with it. Perception from Ventus."
29.
Cool. As you look over the body, you take in a few things, as it's also kind of explained to you at the same time by Liv. It looks as though the person was eaten alive. But the issue is that their brain is still here. So that rules out zombies. And now we don't know what else it could be.
It's just something rabid. Some kind of monster roaming about.
Here's the thing. Here in Seattle, the only real monsters roaming about are zombies that haven't had brains in a while, and they wouldn't eat a person and not eat the brain. In all honesty, they wouldn't eat anything else besides the brain from the person. So we're all a little stumped, and there's not many clues to go off of. There weren't any fingerprints at the scene either.
Well, I made it into Seattle without too much trouble. Why can't this thing?
You have a point, but then that would mean that someone brought it in. And everything is checked before it's brought in. Even you were probably checked.
Or it could be not of this plane. Let me see if there's any internal demons. I don't know, I start muttering random words in Infernal, trying to look cool.
You just kind of see you don't see it, but you hear Tanner in the back and go, "Is he okay?" I think he's fine.
Sorry, that was Infernal. There isn't currently any fiends in her, but you wouldn't expect anything to linger too long after dying. Are you So you said there weren't any fingerprints? No trace of something physical?
None.
Then that'd be my guess.
Some of the witnesses in the area say that they heard someone calling out to Leah, but never saw anyone.
I'd assume it's something infernal. A fiend got in. There's been some... Do I know about the huge... Did I ever learn about the huge crack?
The huge crack? Did you learn about it? No. You know there are demons in the world, but you didn't learn about how they got there.
There are plenty of demons everywhere. They just roam about. That'd be my guess. They don't follow normal rules. They don't follow the rules of walls.
Perception.
Very high. Let's see, that'd be a 30.
Wow. Okay.
No. Sorry. 12 plus 5 plus 17. 17 plus 17 is a 34.
That's okay. You hear footsteps coming down.
Someone's coming down the stairs.
I think I know who it is. And you see round the corner is in a more civilian set of clothing is Officer Greaves.
Officer Greaves. Nice to see you.
Ventus, right?
Right.
Yeah, I came to talk to Liv and Tanner about our... he fully takes in that you're standing directly in front of it. About the body. He kind of walks past you as he walks up to Liv. Any clues so far?
I have some ideas. As an officer, have you heard of any demonic action in the area lately?
Demonic action.
You
In
heard.
Seattle.
Yes.
Not much besides what happened over in the department with you and your friend.
Interesting. But whatever this thing was, it attacked her, but left no trace of existing.
Yeah, that's the part we're trying to figure out.
Which is why I'd say it's nothing of this plane and something infernal.
Any fingerprints?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nothing. No trace of anything.
That's unusual. Then Tanner steps forward and says, well, I mean, it's not as unusual as you think. Plenty of things don't have fingerprints. Plenty of things in our world don't have fingerprints, if we're being completely honest, but that's totally fine. But I don't think that many of them could be here in Seattle. But there's always a chance. And then he takes a sip from his coffee. And then Greaves turns to you and says, so why are you here?
I'm not from Seattle. I've dealt with a lot, sir. I'm very experienced.
He looks a little exasperated and says, no. I mean, why are you here with the body?
Oh, I made some friends.
Liv turns to Greaves and says, I called him to see if maybe he could help. He's not from Seattle, so maybe he had seen this before, but it doesn't look like he's seen this exactly. But maybe he can still help you. His eyes kind of dart back and forth between Liv, Tanner, and you.
Am I going on a buddy cop mission with Officer Greaves? Am I going on a ride-along?
And he starts to kind of protest. He's like, Liv, it's already enough that I bring you around on these things because you're helpful. But I don't know nothing about this guy.
You know plenty about me. You've read my files hundreds of times over.
I read what they let me read.
Well, good. You want to know anything else? Just ask. We can get to know each other a lot better as we figure this out.
I trust Liv as much as my heart says I shouldn't. I'll bring him along. And then
Ride along.
And then he turns to you and he says, but if you try any funny business while we're out in the field, I will not hesitate to bring you back in.
Funny business? I would never. There's nothing funny about me, sir.
Alright. I'll be up. Send him when you guys are done talking, I guess. And he heads back up the steps. That went well.
Yeah, pretty good.
I didn't mean to throw you immediately to, trying to help him. It just kind of happened.
There's not much else to do. Vitosh is studying, and my friends are... My companions are locked away.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's fine. They're just slow with healing.
What's Vitosh studying back in the apartment?
Trying to figure out this zombie thing.
Oh, really? Says Tanner.
Looking for a cure.
I'm doing something of that sort myself back here. Maybe I can help out. Liv, you said back in your apartment? And Liv nods a yes. And Tanner says, I'll go see if maybe my notes can help out your friend. And he heads off on his way. And
Bye.
then Liv, it's just you and Liv now, and Liv turns back to Leah and says, I'll have more information for you. You and Officer Greaves. I forgot his name. To Rayan. Well, for you and Rayan, I mean, that's his first name. I'll let you know what I find out over here. And then she picks up grabs a small little handsaw and some goggles, puts them on, and then starts it up and looks back at you and says, you might want to look away for this one. And kind of starts to go at Leah's skull with it. Eventually, she stops, puts down the saw, and puts on some new gloves. That's what I was trying to say. Takes off the one she was wearing, puts on new ones, and pulls off the top of Leah's head and puts it aside. And kind of very gently takes out her brain. Puts it in a little tray. And notices that you're still here. And says, you can head up with Greaves now.
Alright.
I'll let you know what I find out.
Adios, sweet cheeks.
Don't call me that.
I probably won't.
And she walks off into a side room with the tray with the brain. And with that, we will leave off this half of the episode right here. Be right back.